Making headlines tonight, a bold new plan for Bridgetown. Among other things, as Prime Minister Mia Motley outlined a 7-year development plan. Steps are being taken to reduce financial risks. An Anglican priest wants parents to send their children to church. And coming up in sports, immigration laws being seen as a hindrance to the progress of Barbados men's senior football team.
Broadcasting from our studios in the Pine St. Michael, this is CBC Newsnight, starting now.
I'm Shane Jones, leading the news at 7. As Barbados works to transform itself into a world-class nation, Prime Minister Mia Motley has pledged government's focus on a number of bread-and-butter issues aimed at improving the quality of life for Barbadians. These issues include proper sanitation, access to water, and an efficient transportation service. More in this report from Lorna Jones.
While a permanent fix to water woes, particularly in the north, has been long in coming, Prime Minister Mia Motley has announced a number of measures to improve the situation. In addition to a loan-funded mains repair program, government has reached a deal to take possession of 2 temporary water desalination facilities.
One of which will go to Colleton in St. Lucie and the other to Joes River in St. Joseph, which will help buffet the government's attempt to deliver water in the north. And these are all without prejudice to our bringing back to the table the 2 main contractors that the last government awarded major full permanent desal plants to, for us to discuss with them in a more appropriate manner the amount of water we can take matched to the distribution capacity that we have, so that we're not paying for more water than we are receiving when those desal plants are finished.
This was revealed during an address to the nation, where the Prime Minister outlined the way forward for the country over the next 7 years. She also revealed that the Constitution will be amended to facilitate the establishment of a water stabilization fund.
When the British government put down these mains more than 100 years ago, they had an empire to pay for it. And when we put them down, all we have is a country. But we shall do it little by little by little over the course of 20 years. And that is why we have agreed that 15% of the renewable energy market should be reserved for the Barbados Water Authority to invest in either individually or through joint ventures in order to be able to replenish, or to not replenish, to capitalize that water stabilization fund which is available to the country.
As it relates to the island's transport system, the Prime Minister revealed that while the number of buses on the road is now just about double previous figures, efforts are underway to further increase the fleet.
The chairman and management and board of the Transport Board have been working with existing suppliers known to the country to make sure that we can fix the buses and that we can get more on the road. I'm happy that those numbers are on average just about 80 a day, as opposed to the 40s that they were at more than a year ago. Similarly, the government has already moved to be able to procure appropriately. I think it is about 34 electric buses and the appropriate charging stations that will go with those electric buses.
Prime Minister Motley also touched on the issue of sanitation and beautification, noting that government will be focusing on public-private partnerships.
This word partnership is going to come to define every aspect of beautification and sanitation in this country. We are already in partnership with the private waste haulers to help us with bulky waste. We've already recognized that even in the reduction of the amounts that we pay to SBRC, and we have reduced their amount from 24 million a year to 13 million a year, that we will work with them towards a joint venture with respect to renewable energy to help create another stream of income for the Sanitation Services Authority, so that your taxes don't have to carry the SSA's work alone.
The SSA will also partner with the Future Centre Trust on a comprehensive recycling program for the country. Lorna Jones, CBC News.
Well, Prime Minister Motley also spoke to the transformation of Bridgetown. This would include the construction of 100 new stalls for vendors of the Fairchild Street Market and the establishment of the Golden Square Freedom Park. According to Prime Minister Motley, the old National Insurance Building and the old fire station on Probin Street will be demolished to make way for these new ventures.
In doing these things, we are going to have disruption in Bridgetown, my friends, for the next few years. Because the only way the buildings can be built is by us literally doing what has to be done to take down and to build back. The one thing you can be assured of is that this government cares and that this government will listen to you. And this government has insisted that the BTII engage with persons who will be a liaison to work with the vendors, to work with persons, to make sure that even during the periods of dislocation or discomfort, we can mitigate the losses.
Prime Minister Motley also disclosed that a number of tourism-related projects, including the 230-room Royalton at Discovery Bay, are at an advanced stage and likely to get underway in the coming year.
It also includes the construction of a new hotel on the Caribbean site, Indigo, and they too are in the final stages of their regulatory process, and that is for 171 rooms. As is the case of Port Ferdinand, which will be expanding with hotel rooms now, 74 additional rooms to the condominiums that they have. The Sandals Royal expansion will be adding a further 66 rooms, and this is at the Sandals in Christchurch. The Hyatt is in the last stages of their public communication and town hall meetings, and that is intended for just under 400 rooms and 40 suites.
In response, opposition leader Bishop Joseph Atherley says the PM's address failed to include a comprehensive plan to eradicate unemployment among youth and lacked vision for emerging sectors and industries. As it relates to the importation of garbage trucks and buses, Bishop Atherley questioned the financial, procedural, and contractual integrity of these projects. He also raised questions on the connection between the Hyatt development project and the proposed demolition of the NIS building and fire station. Now, in light of the Prime Minister's recent address, we took to the streets of Bridgetown to get Barbadians' views on the newly announced 7-year development plan.
I think it's a very good idea with developing Bridgetown because, as we say, it's a tourist destination where tourists will come and they will want to see the place looking beautiful. Despite some of them would like to see some of the older buildings, right? So I think it's a very good idea with the Prime Minister doing the job that she's doing right now.
From what I hear, the people like they agree with it, come from the people I talk to, they say they agree with everything that's going on.
The briefing before yesterday was very fine for the press and the public to know what's going on her behalf of the country. She enlightened us about everything that she's about to come forward with, so I guess that should be okay on her agenda, and also if we, the public, we vote for her, please give her a little chance. Don't rush the brush for nothing to happen, guys, and be patient, as she say, and let things play their way. Good or bad, we're willing to accept for now. Miss Mia Morley, continue what you are doing.
I'll give you a chance. She ain't my big friend, but she ain't my pal, but you gotta give you a chance.
Very, very nice. They really want developing and cleaning up. And stop people from 20 and just cigarettes and stoppers on the street. Keep Barbados clean. But she will get it, though. She will get it work. I got so much confidence in her. She can be there for 40 years. I can be gone and she can be still there.
Well, just a reminder, our email is temporarily down. That one is the nc@cbc.bb. Please email us at cbcpine@gmail.com.